Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a truly fascinating piece of audio history, a machine that's dripping with vintage cool. We're talking about the realistic TR-882 8-track recorder. For those of you who grew up in the 70s and 80s, this might bring back some serious memories. And for everyone else, get ready to discover why this retro gadget is still so incredibly cool. First off, just look at this thing. The realistic TR-882, which first hit the shelves back in 1979, is the epitome of late 70s audio design. It features this gorgeous walnut vinyl veneer case that just screams classic hi-fi. It's not just a piece of equipment. It's a piece of furniture, a statement. And then you have these beautiful, big view meters on the front. There's something so satisfying about watching those needles dance back and forth with the music. It's a visual experience that you just don't get with today's digital files. But the TR-882, also known by its catalog number 14 to 944, wasn't just about looks. This was a seriously functional piece of gear. It's a single-deck, 2-channel stereo system. But what made it special was its ability to both play and record 8-track tapes. That was a huge deal back then. You could listen to your favorite albums from artists like Led Zeppelin or Fleetwood Mac on pre-recorded cartridges, but you could also create your own mixtapes. Think about it. Before streaming playlists, before mixed CDs, and even before cassette tapes really dominated the home recording scene, this was how you curated your own personal soundtrack. You could record songs directly from the radio, or you could hook up a turntable or another tape deck through the RCA inputs on the back and make your own compilations. The possibilities felt endless. Let's talk about how it works. On the front panel, you've got your main controls. There's the slot where you insert the 8-track cartridge, and you'll hear that satisfying ka-chunk sound as it locks into place. You have your track selector button, which lets you cycle through the 4 stereo programs on the tape. And crucially for recording, you have these 2 microphone jacks right on the front. You could plug in a couple of mics and record your own voice, your band practice, or just mess around with your friends. You also have individual left and right recording level controls, allowing you to get the balance just right, all while monitoring the levels on those awesome view meters to avoid distortion. Now, let's be real about the specs. By today's standards, they might not seem impressive, but for its time, it was solid. It ran at the standard 8-track tape speed of 9.5 centimeters per second. The frequency response was rated from about 50 Hz to 8 kHz. So, you're not getting that super crisp high end or the bone-rattling sub-bass of modern audio, but that's part of the charm. It has a warm, slightly compressed sound that is uniquely vintage. It's the sound of an era. The signal-to-noise ratio is around 45 decibels, so you will hear a bit of tape hiss, especially in the quiet moments. Again, that's just part of the authentic 8-track experience. One feature that made the TR-882 particularly user-friendly was the fast-forward button. If you've ever used an 8-track player without it, you know the pain of having to listen through entire tracks just to get to the song you want. Fast-forward was a simple but much appreciated luxury. So why is this thing still so cool today? For collectors and audio enthusiasts, it's a tangible link to the past. Finding a TR-882 in good working condition is a real treat. You can find them on sites like eBay or Reverb, with prices varying wildly depending on whether they're sold for parts, need repair, or have been fully restored. Getting one up and running. Finding some old tapes and hearing that music play is a truly rewarding experience. It forces you to listen differently. You're not just skipping tracks on a whim. You're engaging with an album, with a physical object. And for creators, it's an amazing tool. Running modern digital tracks through this machine and recording them onto an 8-track tape can add an incredible layer of analog warmth. Saturation and character that's difficult to replicate with software plugins. It's a secret weapon for achieving that genuine retro vibe. The realistic TR-882 is more than just an obsolete format. It's a beautiful machine, a creative tool, and a time capsule that reminds us of a different way of experiencing music. It represents a time when listening was a more deliberate and physical act. And that is why it's still so undeniably cool. What do you think? Did you ever own an 8-track player? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more deep dives into classic audio gear. See you in the next one.